Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please let me introduce myself. My name is Kinanta Sharinanda. I am from Blemba Sepetu PLN class. Today, I would like to present about the impact of carbon pricing and border tax adjustment on Indonesian producer. Now, I would like to explain about the carbon pricing. What is the carbon pricing? Carbon pricing is a way to charge people for greenhouse gases or GHG emission. It includes carbon externalities in the cost. How to measure the carbon tax? We can use the rate per ton CO2 emission, and how we can use the trade. We can use the carbon trading emission system. So, carbon pricing and border tax adjustment or BTA. This is a climate policy tools to get rid of a carbon in industry. These policies may take items more expensive, but they could also lead to a green transformation in business in the country can adjust. As the World Bank said, the pricing carbon is the most effective way to reduce emission and drive innovation. Now we will discuss about the border tax adjustment or BTA. So what is the purpose of the BTA? First, BTA can avoid carbon from disintegrating or the leakage carbon. And the second, BTA can keep the competitiveness of the indigenous industry, and also BTA can make up for disparities in the global climate policy. So how to mechanism this border tax adjustment? First, we can putting a carbon fee on import from nations that don't have the carbon pricing. And the second, we can giving money to countries that export goods with the carbon fee. So how the impact the border tax adjustment? First, in industry protection, we can get the protecting our domestic industry from cheap import that pollute a lot. And the second, uh, for the administrative burden, we think we need the complicated process to keep track of the carbon emission from products. And third, the impact is the trade diplomacy, which is the it could cause the problem with trade around the world. Now we will discuss about the global carbon pricing context. The carbon pricing has become an important policy instrument around the world. It gives from financial reason to come up with the new ideas, work more efficiently, and switch to greener technology. So we can add the border tax adjustment to these tools, make them better by stopping carbon leakage. The EU Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism or CBAM is an example of this technique. It seeks to make things fairer between the local producers who have to follow rigorous emission restriction and overseas manufacturers who don't have to follow as strict rules. So, Indonesia now is a growing economy that depends significantly on fossil fuel. Thus, it has specific problems to deal with throughout this worldwide environmental change. So the country has promised to cut the greenhouse gas emission by 29% in 2030 compared to what would happen if nothing changed. Now we will discuss about the Indonesia carbon intensive economy. There are three factors. First, the fossil fuel dependency. Why? Because Indonesia still relies that heavily on coal and oil to power its homes and in business, which leads to a lot of carbon emission. And the second factor is the vulnerable industry, such as the steel, cement, chemical, and electricity generation are some of the most energy intensive industry in Indonesia. Carbon pricing makes things very hard for this industry. And the third factor is about the international pressure, such as the European CBAM implementation. This puts a lot of pressure on Indonesian firms to quickly cut their carbon emission or risks losing their competitive edge in the global market. So, Indonesia needs to be careful as it makes the switch to find a balance between its environmental objective and its economy stability and growth. Without careful planning, carbon pricing and BTAs, it could make the economy even more vulnerable, which could lead to industrial upheaval and social and economic instability. So, what is the economic challenge for Indonesian producer? First, it will increase the production cost. Why? Because the carbon tax make running a business much more expensive, especially in industry that use a lot of energy. This lower profit and makes business less competitive around the world. With the CO2 price of $40 per ton, based on the study show that the manufacturing cost might go up by 15% to 20%. And the second is the export market barriers. Based on the European CBAM, will put the tariff on Indonesian export based on differences in carbon price. They may cut export to Europe by as much as 18% and GDP by about the 0.5%. And the third factor is about the employment instability. Millions of Indonesians work in industry that use a lot of energy. If carbon pricing were put into place suddenly, it may cause 2 until 4% of jobs to be lost in impacted industry, which could lead to seasonal unrest like what happened with the prior fossil fuel subsidy reforms. And the last is about the administrative burden. The getting accurate carbon intensity assessment needs a lot of money and modern administrative infrastructure, which is especially hard for Indonesia's small and medium-sized business and its ability to run its government. So, in this case, I want to use the analytical methodology. In this study, we can use the computable general equilibrium CG model. Why? Because with the CGA modeling, in our analysis, it can show how different sector and region interact with each other economically and how policies affect this interaction. There's a lot of support in the economic literature for these methods, since it can fully show how different sectors are connected and how policies affect them. The model used the trade data from UN Comtrade that is relevant to each industry, as well as the macroeconomic data from the World Bank and Indonesia government. We can run number simulation using carbon price between maybe, for example, $5 and $40 per ton of CO2 with a different way of putting the BTA into the action. So we can see this methodology technique will help the policymakers get ready for economic problem and come up with a specific solution. So in this case, I would like to analyze what the sectoral will get the impact from this based on the hypothetical graphic. We can see based on the CGE model simulation by the CU and Firdausi, we can demonstrate the how carbon pricing is anticipated to affect important parts of Indonesian economy. We can see on the left graphic what is the impact of carbon pricing on production costs. This is the assumption with the $40 per ton CO2. We can see the production cost will increase until 18%, and the cement industry will increase almost 15%, and the electricity will increase 20%, and the last for the chemical will increase the 12%. Now, we can do some analysis with the CBAM could lead to drop the amount of good Indonesian export to Europe. The reduction Indonesia export to Europe for the electricity industry, we can get almost the 7%, and the chemical industry or sector, it can reach the 6%. The cement industrial, it can reduce until 7%, and so this is the steel sector get the high effect by the reduction the Indonesian export is almost 8%. Now, how we can get the mitigation strategy to avoid the impact of the carbon pricing and BTA. The first, we can use the revenue recycling, which is based on the CG analysis, show that recycling carbon money through company tax or direct transfer might cover 30% or until 40% of the higher production cost in affected industry. So it can making the economy far less burdensome. The second, we need to in Indonesia, we need to do the renewable energy investment, especially in PLN company. By investing in renewable energy and energy efficiency in specific area, could help those area depend less on energy and also making them less vulnerable to carbon pricing. Based on the CGA prediction, say that this kind of investment could cut the overall GDP impact by 0.1% to 0.2%. And the third is the how we can get the fast implementation by slowly adding carbon pricing over time. Maybe the business may just adjust to the cost of emission with a clear schedule can make the market less uncertain and allow the stakeholder time to make the change they need to make. And the last, we need in Indonesia need do the international cooperation. But why? Because the Indonesia ability to deal with the change in global sustainability is stronger when it actively participates in global carbon pricing talks. But because it can give the country access to information sharing, technical help, and policy coordination. Now, we can talk how the strategic recommendation to implement it to avoid the carbon pricing and BTA. First, we can do the gradual implementation. Why? Because to lessen the early economic shock, introduce carbon pricing gradually over 5 to 7 years with the clear goals. And the second, we the financial support. This is the important things because we can set up the target subsidies for the investment in clean technology and provide complete social protection program for the communities that are affected. And the third, we can get the administrative capacity by the invest fund into technology that help you keep track of the carbon intensity evaluation and the scale of your institution. So the conclusion from this case study, the carbon pricing and BTA are a big problem for Indonesia local producer, especially in industry that use a lot of energy. Indonesia can combine its commitment to the environment with its needs for economic stability. So by carefully planning its policy, so we can rolling them out in stage, giving target financial support and improving its administrative scale. Indonesia can reach its ambitious climate objective while keeping its industry competitive and its economy stable during the global shift to low carbon economy by taking four broad steps. Okay, there are 20 reference from the journal that I used to make this essay and analysis. Thank you for watching my presentation. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.